Hey, have you ever thought for how sound waves travel through your ear? Probably yes. Let us first revise the basic anatomy of human ear. A human ear consists of three parts, categorized as external, middle, and inner ear. The external ear consists of two parts. Number one, pinna, which is also known as auricle, and second, eardrum, which is known as tympanic membrane. The middle ear consists of two parts. One, tympanic cavity, which consists of three bones, and second, epitympanic recess. The inner ear consists of two parts, cochlea and semicircular canals. Now let's discuss about external ear. The first step in the hearing is the entrance of sound waves into the external auditory canal. The shapes of the outer ear, the pinna or auricle, and the external auditory canal help to amplify and direct the sound. The sound waves reverberate from the sides and end of the external auditory canal, filling it with the continuous vibrations of the pressure waves. Eardrum is stretched across the end of the external auditory canal, and as air molecules push against the membrane, they cause it to vibrate at the same frequency as the sound wave. Under high pressure, during a zone of compression, the tympanic membrane bows inward. The distance the membrane moves, although always very small, is a function of the force with which the air molecules hit it and is related to the sound pressure and therefore its loudness. During the subsequent zone of rarefaction, the membrane bows outward. When the sound ceases, it returns toward a midpoint. The exquisitely sensitive tympanic membrane responds to all the varying pressures of the sound waves, vibrating slowly in response to low-frequency sounds and rapidly in response to high-frequency sounds. The middle ear cavity is exposed to atmospheric pressure through the eustachian tube, which connects the middle ear to the pharynx. The slit-like ending of this tube in the pharynx is normally closed, but muscle movements open the tube during yawning, swallowing, or sneezing. A difference in pressure can be produced with sudden changes in altitude, as you have noticed in an ascending or descending elevator or airplane. When the pressure outside the ear and in the ear canal changes, the pressure in the middle ear initially remains constant because the eustachian tube is closed. The pressure difference can stretch the tympanic membrane and cause pain. The problem is relieved by voluntarily yawning or swallowing, which opens the eustachian tube and allows the pressure in the middle ear to equilibrate with the new atmospheric pressure. The sound pressure transmitted to the inner ear must be amplified. This is achieved by a movable chain of three small middle ear bones, the maleus, incus, and stapes. These bones act as a piston and couple the vibrations of the tympanic membrane to the oval window, a membrane-covered opening separating the middle and inner ear. The total force of a sound wave applied to the tympanic membrane is transferred to the oval window. The oval window, also known as fenestra ovalis, is a connective tissue membrane located at the end of the middle ear and beginning of inner ear. However, because the oval window is much smaller than the tympanic membrane, the force per unit area is increased 15 to 20 times. Additional advantage is gained through the lever action of the middle ear bones. Your semicircular canals are three tiny fluid-filled tubes in your inner ear that help you keep your balance. When your head moves around, the liquid inside the semicircular canals sloshes around and moves the tiny hairs that line each canal. These hairs translate the movement of the liquid into nerve messages that are sent to your brain. Your brain then can tell your body how to stay balanced. If you spin around and then stop, the liquid inside your semicircular canals moves a while longer, and the hairs continue to send the message that you are spinning even though you are not. The entire system described thus far involves the transmission of sound energy into the cochlea, a snail-like structure used for hearing. The cochlea is a hollow, spiral-shaped bone found in the inner ear that plays a key role in the sense of hearing and participates in the process of auditory transduction. Sound waves are transduced into electrical impulses that the brain can interpret as individual frequencies of the sound. So that was all about how sound is transmitted through the air. Hope you have learned something new. For more such videos, stay tuned to scaria.com.